Hello and welcome to this episode of Just the Evidence. On this Just the Evidence, it's unique in the sense that I am not going to tell you the location. There was one place I went to this summer. I will say it was in the state of Mississippi in the United States, but it was pretty pretty well protected by its owner. The owner requested that I do not mention this place online. He wants as little paranormal investigation foot traffic through this place as possible. He even seemed a little annoyed that I knew of this place. Nevertheless, he did allow me to conduct an investigation in the room, and on the terms that I do not promote this place as a paranormal hotspot. So the location itself is anonymous, and this episode just goes over what little bit I found there. The first thing I kind of want to bring up in terms of the evidence I'm presenting is that we have four sets of evidence. One is video footage of orbs. Again, Bradley and I are on the record, and we are pretty sure, I'm not going to say steadfast or firm, but we're pretty sure that we have never captured or physically seen anything that could or potentially be a paranormal manifestation in the form of a ball of light or an orb. We do believe so far everything we've captured has either been dust, bugs, or other debris moving through the air. That being said, 4 pieces of evidence for this undisclosed location. See, I almost said the name. 4 pieces of evidence for this undisclosed location are orbs, and I'm just going to let you watch all 4 of them back to back. And then we have 3 other categories to come afterwards. So here are those orb clips. Let us know in the comments what you think they are. There was nothing there. Bradley and I would say, okay, that's definitely a paranormal event. Personally, I think everything on there was dust in some way, shape, or form. I didn't see any bugs while I was there. It was a pretty clean place, but there was dust, so that's kind of what I chalk it up to. The second set of evidence are 3 EVPs. The first EVP was interesting in the sense that I was a little confused. So just to put it into context, one of the things I tend to do when I kind of set stuff up, I always have an audio recorder out while I'm setting up just in case. I try to get at least one camera going while I set up in case, and then take care of everything else once there's some kind of camera running and some type of audio device recording. My audio caught this first piece, and while I'm setting up, I do talk to myself. I'll kind of plan things out in my head, and it'll kind of register as like, oh yeah, I need this, I need that object, I need that. And you can kind of hear me mumbling. I'm kind of mumbling pretty quiet. But above my voice, you can hear another voice, and this is what I captured in the setup. So take a listen to it. as you saw from, I guess, the titles, we interpreted it as saying, help me. I know someone else we let listen to it said it sounded like hurry. However, it's Bradley and my show, so we kind of went with the interpretation of help me. If you disagree with that, please let us know in the comments if you think that it is saying hurry or something along those lines. The second audio evidence is, I don't know, I was pretty reluctant to put it in the episode, and I'm pretty reluctant sharing it here, but it's interesting enough to where I'm like, okay, well, just because I don't think there's much there doesn't mean that I shouldn't present it to the audience and let you all decide if you think something's there. So this one, it's just the sound of like mumbled talking, and it's not me. I believe at the time that this was going on, I was actually walking around the building. The audio recorder was just in the room by itself with the cameras rolling. So this is a clip of just some voices around the room. Again, we consider that unintelligible. Like, it's just it's just sound. Could the owner have been downstairs making noise, maybe talking on the phone or something, and just enough of his voice carried through the wall to make that? Sure. I was talking to myself while walking around the house. Could that have been? Sure. I will say I was the only guest there that night. The owner appeared to have left around 10 o'clock, and I did not see him again until about 5 in the morning. So I don't think it was him, unless he parks in a different place at night and has a different sleeping location at night, which could be the case. Not judging, I don't know, but it was interesting. So the final audio clip, this one was while I was kind of moving cameras around for kind of the final tidbit of the night. So here's the clip. Put in the comments what you think. Alright, so that was all the audio that we had. We kind of went over all the orbs. I didn't want to end this episode on my experience, so I'm kind of going to plug it in here. And I do have a couple of pictures. I didn't have cameras running, didn't have audio going. It was like 8:30 to 9:30-ish. I just sat down, I ate, I watched some TV, and just relaxed myself a little bit. And what I have discovered in terms of investigation is when you actually act like a guest and you're not constantly going around with your devices, you'd be surprised what you can experience and what you can have happen. Paranormal or otherwise. Like, sometimes being a guest is enlightening. And when you're not on a paranormal investigator mode, some interesting things can unfold. So I'm sitting in the chair and I just started to feel this pinch, kind of right here on my arm. I know I am that white, like it's real. But like about right here, I felt that pinch. And honestly, my first thing was it felt like someone took like a wooden splinter and just jabbed it into me, like a little wooden splinter. And See, right now, just thinking about it, the back of my neck itches. And it did itch. It burned and it itched. I took a picture as soon as I took a look at it, and that was the first image. And then about 20-25 seconds later, I took a second picture, and lines actually emerged. So these are those pictures. Now, do I believe that was a paranormal scratch or something negative or malicious? No. Honestly, I think it was the fabric on the chair I was sitting in. I know it's like, why didn't the rest of my arms or something? Maybe it was just, maybe there was something in the chair, in the fabric of the chair, that rubbed against my arm and irritated it a bit. I don't think it's paranormal, but I'm pretty harsh on these kind of things. So why don't you let me know in the comments if you think I had a paranormal encounter. If you've been scratched or touched, does the description of a stinging, itchy, burny thingy sound about right? Again, I haven't had it happen before or since. I don't know. I don't know. So here are those images again, and then we'll move on to the final piece of evidence. So one more time, the images. The last pieces of evidence are K2 session clips. So I'm doing this K2 session, and the clips you're going to see are from the third one I did. So I did one early in the afternoon, so around 4 o'clock, and I did one around 6 or 7 o'clock. I think it was actually from like 6:20 to like 6:50-ish. I paused. I kind of designed how I wanted the room to go for the nighttime investigation. And then after the design of the nighttime, I took that break where I got scratched. And then I kind of went into the nighttime investigation around 9:15-ish. I had to do a little bit more tweaking to where my gear was. Had to change some outlets. There were some outlets I couldn't figure out which switches activated them or whatnot. Little things here and there. And I do this third K2 session around 10 to 10:30. And this is the only one I got any hits on. It was the only one. I did them all the same way. I put the K2 meter about 3.5 feet from me. Once it was beside me on the couch, I was kind of facing it, but it was like, so like I was here on the couch and it was here and I was turned facing it. And like I got nothing. The second one I did it on the bed. It was about 2.5 feet away from me. I was at the head of the bed. It was at the foot of the bed. Got nothing. And I did the third one the same way, about 2 feet away from me on the bed. I'm at the head of the bed. It's at the foot of the bed. I only got 3 hits. The first hit was I asked if whatever it was wanted to give me a middle finger and make me go away. I got a blip. The second time I asked if it's ambivalent or if it just didn't care, and the lights flashed and I'm like, okay, so you don't care. And the third one was weird. And I'm gonna let you watch all of these after I explain it. It was weird in the sense that as I was doing it, I got like a food craving, and you know, I'm not a thin guy. I'm not small. I'm kind of roundish. And the weirdest thing is, even though I am from the South, like, I have to be in the right mood for cornbread. Have to be in the right mood for it. And I just got this big craving for like fresh baked ham and cornbread. and I brought this up as that like craving came over me. And it was weird because when I brought up ham, it flashed again, and I did not receive another hit the entire night. So it wanted me to go away. It did not care what I was doing, and it liked ham. That doesn't make much sense to me, because the first two, if the third one was just like moving something, or like I got an EVP cursing me out or something, but like, yeah, these three things go together. Middle finger, don't care, ham. That, it's weird, but that's kind of what I got. So take a look at it, see what you think. I'm closing out the episode on it, so thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe, click that bell, and sleep tight. If you just want to give me, a big middle finger and tell me to go away. Are you ambivalent? Meaning you don't care. You don't care. For some reason, I really want ham and cornbread. Ham. Like, I do like ham. And I am occasionally in the mood for ham.
Here's the door.